Today is our first official Freedom Friday Q&A where I answer your many questions. Here we go.
My happiness is right where I left it. I can remember when the simplest was all I wanted.
Hello everyone and welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. I'm Darienne from DarianeAwaken.com, and I say that so much that I'm like a robot. But today, as I mentioned in, I believe, the last video, I'm going to start doing Q&A stuff because there is enough of you, and you guys have lots of questions, and so I'm going to answer them. I do want to say I have recently surpassed 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 1,100, which is awesome! Yay! That's so cool. So I feel like I should give something away or do something, but I don't know what. So you guys will have to tell me if you want something. I don't even know. I don't know what to give away. And I have so many friends that are like writing books and things like that, and I was thinking maybe we could all do like a giveaway. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my friends. I'm just drinking my tea. It's Friday morning. It's Friday. So I've been getting a question on my How to Instantly Manifest Anything You Want video, which is nearing 10,000 views, which is awesome. And lots of likes on that, lots of comments on that, and you guys are really, really interested. And as I said in that video, and I was in a super weird mood, and I cursed a lot, which a lot of you, some of you didn't quite like, but I don't really care because I curse a lot. You guys know that. If you've been following me, y'all know I curse. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes a curse is necessary. So you bared through my potty mouth and you got the message, and for a lot of you, it worked. Most of you, it worked. Some of you were like, oh, it doesn't work, but thanks anyway. And that, I have to say, is because you didn't follow the formula, which is you need to know, more than believe, but know that it's going to come to you. And if you immediately say, oh, it didn't work, then obviously you're not doing it. You've got some crap going on as far as conflicting beliefs are concerned. Also, one thing that I have to talk about, I think I addressed this before, but everybody keeps talking about these orbs that are these energies that are floating behind me. And I have to address it because it's getting wild, it's getting crazy, and some of you are like super freaked out by it, and some of you are like, oh my God, what is that? Everybody's commenting on it, but I have to tell you, I shoot these videos in front of my window, and there's a street right out in front of me, and so when the cars drive by, the light reflects, and what you're seeing is the reflection of the light. So not that I absolutely know and believe that there are all sorts of beings here helping me. I believe that they're with me all the time. And I have had light orbs floating all around me that I cannot describe. Sometimes I think they're dust and like the light reflecting off the dust. And then other times I'm like, I don't know what the hell those are. But those little things that you see that go behind me, those are just cars. So don't freak out about that. So here are some questions now that I just blabbed for a little bit. The question that I've been getting a lot, and I said to a few of you commenters that I would answer this in a video. I've been getting this question on my How to Instantly Manifest Anything You Want video. And a few of you have been asking about getting specific about your desires. So for instance, you've been asking, like in my formula, what I taught you was you visualize what you want, you bring it down into you so that you feel it in your being, you feel the way it's meant to feel, and then you just let it go. And you just go about your business knowing it's going to come. Okay? But a lot of you have been saying, well, you know, I'm trying to manifest one person, and specifically said, I'm trying to manifest a specific person into my life. I'm assuming you mean a love interest. That's what I'm assuming that you mean. And you're not the only one. A few people have been asking that same question. And you're asking, so do I continue to visualize it, or is that stopping it? Here's the thing about getting really specific in your desires. There is a time and a place for it, okay? And visualizing over and over and over and over and over again, there is also a time and a place for it. It depends on who you are, what your beliefs are, what your core beliefs are. What is your energy about it? This is all about, you know, when you're manifesting, it's all about the energy. It doesn't matter what you visualize. It really doesn't. But what you think creates a feeling. And that is what we want to get down to. It's the vibrational energy that you are giving out. So there's a few instances where this could work for you and this could not work for you. And this is why when I said I'm giving you this formula, but it's only a little tidbit, because then we get into the specific person, the individual person who has all these different limiting beliefs that are conflicting with what you're trying to bring forth into your life. So if you are visualizing every day saying, I want this, 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 and trying to visualize it because you think that you have to keep asking for it in order for the universe to bring it. The energy that you're giving out is, I don't believe the universe. I believe that I have to continue to control, you know, what the universe should bring me. It's a very lack energy and vibe that you're giving out. So you want to be careful with that. But if you're trying to, for instance, I myself spend my day, most of my day, like if I wake up in the morning, I spend a great deal of my day daydreaming, getting into the feeling of what I want. Because one, it feels good. And two, the way to really attract something is to come into vibrational accordance or alignment with it. So, for instance, I want to manifest my dream home, okay? My dream home is beautiful. And I love getting into mentally the visualization of it to create different rooms in my home, and how do I want to feel when I get there, and you know, who's with me. And I love bringing my daughter into it and experiencing the gratitude of what it feels like to really have manifested my dream home, because my dream home is like millions of dollars. So what I'm doing when I'm daydreaming and visualizing and getting to the feeling of what my home feels like is I'm getting into vibrational alignment with my home. So let's say my home is up here vibrationally. Well, right now, the reality is that the home that I live in now is worth much less than the home that I desire. And so, and not just monetarily, but so I need to come into accordance, into vibrational alignment. I need to raise my vibrations to get up with that. So what that feels like is mentally preparing yourself for it. So am I really ready to move into my dream home today? Am I really ready to accept that that is my dream home, that I've earned it? Like, am I mentally prepared for that? So when you're visualizing in that sense, just to continue every day to get into alignment with the things that you desire, absolutely, I would continue to visualize every day. But just for the fun of it, not because you think that you need to tell the universe again what the universe knows what you want. Trust me. The universe or God, the very thing that created you, knows what you want. Don't worry about that, okay? It's just for your own sake to get specific about your desires. And there are some times when you can't really be specific. Now, that's what I want to get into. The times when being specific can really hinder you is because getting specific can at times, not always, sometimes getting specific, like me daydreaming about my dream home and putting my daughter there, and you know, the way that the driveway looks and the trees that flank the driveway and the sun glistening through the trees, that very specific, that gets me into this momentum of high vibe energy, and it feels good. It feels like the more I think about it, the more specific I get, the better it feels. When I'm getting specific about something that I am super duper attached to, like if I'm attached to the outcome, getting specific is not a good idea. Because, for instance, one of my commenters want to attract a specific person into your life. The reason you want to attract the specific person into your life is because you believe that this person will fulfill you or make you feel good or make you feel some way. What I would rather you get specific about is how you want to feel, because you could very well attract, if you focus on that specific person, you could very well attract that specific person. But when you get that person, they may not be what you want. They may be freaking terrible. And if you are so attached to the fact that it has to be this person, then you're not open to the fact that there could be somebody else better out there. And there's just too much attachment. And then you're like deflecting those people, you're not paying attention. Really, ideally, what you want to do is be specific about how you want to feel. And when it feels good to be specific, and if it feels good to think about this person, actually one of the things that I like to do is, I think every girl says this, if you could take bits and pieces of every guy I've ever dated and put them together, he'd be the perfect man, right? So what I've been doing recently is thinking about how it felt, the wonderful things about every person I've ever dated. You know, the way the passion that I had with this one, the intelligent conversation I had with this one, the fun I had with that one, the way that one looked, the way that one was romantic. And I really do get into the vibe of how it all felt, because it really doesn't matter the specific person that you are manifesting. What matters is that you want to feel good. And that's really what we need to learn in manifesting. And the more you manifest, the more you deliberately manifest things, the more you will learn, excuse me, the more you will learn that the specifics don't really matter. It's just about feeling good. And then you're going to just do everything you need to do to feel good every day. And then when you feel good, wonderful things will just magically manifest to you. And you kind of get into a flow. So I hope that answered your question, that when it comes to getting really specific, it's okay to visualize every single day about what you want to feel, what you want to see, how you want it to, bring it into your life. But don't keep asking. You don't have to keep asking. And actually, in getting clear about what you want, that is you asking. So you don't have to actually say, hey, can I have this? You don't have to do that. I like doing that because I have such faith that there is spirit helping me that I go, hey, is there anybody that could help me with this thing, this little task that I'm doing right now? You know, I'm doing the dishes. Is there anybody that can help me make this go a little bit faster? You know, things like that. And I get into the motion of asking, but I don't do it like I'm asking Santa Claus for things. You know, I just have faith that it's coming. And there are some things that I am still attached to. Like, I'm still working on the money thing. I'm still kind of attached to money and my self-worth. There's something funky going on. I'm still clearing up my vibrations with that. So, you know, and that's kind of the fun of learning about manifesting. So, yeah. But when it comes to getting specific, it's okay to be specific. You just want to be really careful because you may be blocking the very thing that's going to bring you the feeling that you want, because you're so hell-bent on this thing is what I want. This thing is what is going to bring me joy. Yeah. So that's it. And I was thinking I might pull an angel card just because. I have the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards, Darienne Virtues Oracle cards. And I think it'll just be kind of fun. I just got a bunch of these cards and I'm kind of learning all about them. And so I am going to reference the book and kind of go with my own intuition as well. Oh, and a card just completely fell out. And anytime a card pops out, you need to pay attention. I didn't even ask a question, but I was just going to ask. This is just a perfect card. I was going to ask the angels if they had any messages for you as it pertains to this video, to manifesting your desires. And what came up was the divine guidance. Divine guidance. So maybe that's the one thing that I missed that the angels want me to touch on, is following your guidance. So that's super important. Now, that's not exactly the question that you asked, but once you've asked for what you want from the universe, you have to then listen to your intuition, listen to the little whispers. If you keep hearing, oh, I should, you know, for instance, when I was thinking about moving to Texas one time, I met and fell in love with a man who was from Texas. My best friend was going to move to Texas. I kept hearing all this stuff about Texas, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I should move to Texas. And I did it, and I trusted it, and it was the craziest, insane, most spectacular decision of my life. So follow the divine guidance. I'm just going to read this. Trust and follow your intuition. It is God and the angels speaking to you. You're being divinely guided. The gut feelings, the knowingness, the visions, the inner voice, all of that's trying to tell you something. So just pay close attention. So this is really the angels just telling you, we are, you know, the stuff that you're asking for, the feelings that you're asking for, we're bringing it to you. And you got to just listen to those little nuances, those little messages that the angels, God, the universe, however you want to see it, is sending you. Because you'll get this little inspiration that will say, oh, I should go do this. And you don't realize that going and doing that is going to bring you to the man that you want to meet. Or going and doing that is going to bring you to the job opportunity. Or going and doing that is going to, you know, bring you one step closer to your dream house. You don't know. So you want to let go of the control of how things are going to play out. That's where you don't want to be specific. You don't want to be specific about that, because then you're cutting off the way it can go. Okay? So there it is. Messages from me and the angels. I love you guys so much. Keep your questions coming because I like answering them. And I hope that this one helped you. If you have any more questions, You can comment below. You can go to darrieawaken.com and hit the contact button. And if you want to write me a little message, go for that. You can, of course, follow me, subscribe, and find me all over social media at Darienne Empire. I am just in, if you didn't know, I am preggers, and I am just in my 3rd trimester now. So Freedom Friday is probably not going to be coming every single Friday in the next few months, but if I can, I will. And if I have the energy to do it, I've been really like working on my house and getting ready for baby. I'm getting in vibrational alignment with being another mom again. So preparing for baby. Yeah, so there it is. I love you guys so much, and I will see you hopefully next week. Mwah.